Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Lady Des of Real Love Ministries Live. And listen, y'all, I am so excited about tonight. If y'all can't tell already, we have the Talley Boyz that are going to be joining us. Oh, at least one of them, KT, Kenneth Talley, is on. And we just want to thank you all so very much for tuning in this evening on a Monday night. And we're just so glad that you all are here. Now, we want all of you to be a part of this chat. There has been a buzz in the air with these keynotes, right? And I'm so happy to have them on my platform. And there has just been a buzz in the air. It's like, where did you find these guys? Where they been? So I am bringing them on to tell their own story. They look, nobody can tell it better than them. So they are here, or KT is here, Kenneth Talley is here. If you watched about 2, we had Pastor Teddy Cross. And let me just throw this plug in real quick. I want to say hello to Claudia Massey, who's running the chat for me, which is the manager of Pastor Teddy Cross. And his single released today, Mo Bless. So we want to send our congratulations to him. And who did we? I think January of this year, we also interviewed Mr. Jeffrey Newberry of the Keynotes. And man, these guys, they look good. They look the same to me. They look the same. When Kenny came on, I said, man, you look good. You look great.
Thank you.
It's just so good to have them. Miss Claudia is kind of going to be chiming through on the chat for me. So we want you all to engage in this conversation. If you have any questions for Mr. Talley, we want you to ask those questions. I asked him before we went live, is there anything that he wants me to stay away from? And he said, no, you can ask whatever you like. So he's an open book tonight, and we just want to get up close, personal, give us some advice about the industry, whatever you want to talk about tonight. Tonight is the night that we have Mr. Kenneth Talley, and we just want to give a shout out to all the Talley brothers and all the keynotes that's out there. We want to say hello. We want to say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Sansaray, I see you just chimed in. Thank you so much. So we want you all to share this live. Share it. It's streaming live on my personal Facebook page, also on Real Love Ministries Live, and it's streaming live as well on YouTube on Real Love Ministries. Just type in Real Love Ministries, the Talley Boyz, and it should pop up. All right, so we're getting ready to dive into this chat. KT, how you doing?
Hey, I am blessed and highly favored. I just want to say to all the one that's listening out there, to you, Lady Des, we appreciate you for inviting the Talley Boyz on to talk about. It's just a blessing that when people think about you, and it makes us feel good that, hey, we're still loved out there in the gospel field.
Absolutely. And you are. And, I spoke briefly with Claudia just before we went on, and I was saying that you guys are legends. You all set the foundation for so many that are coming up behind you. And you're still here. You're still here on earth. You're still living and you're doing your thing. You all are still musicians. You're serving in your churches and everything. And that's a good thing. That's a good pace to follow. So we just want to say thank you. And we're just honored to have you on our platform. Now, listen, I received a call. Let me tell you who this call came from after I interviewed Pastor Teddy Cross. And she was like, you can't interview the keynotes without the Talley Boyz. So I was like, hey, that's fine. So when the president of the National Gospel Association call you and give an order, it's it's in order. So I said, listen, we can make that happen. And she got the ball rolling. And here we are tonight. So a shout out to Miss Barbara McLaughlin.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to her because if it weren't for her calling me to call y'all, this would never happen.
Absolutely.
So we just appreciate all the love, even though people don't see us out on the field as much, but we're still singing. We all done got to a certain age, and now we off in our church, and we go when we have to. It's not an every week thing, but if the phone rang and they said we got to have you in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, we on our way.
Awesome. So listen, we're going to talk about that live recording y'all did in Fayetteville, North Carolina with Willie. Let me see what else is on her. KT works all the time. That's why he looks so good. That's from Miss Massey. That's Miss Claudia Massey.
Well, she know I exercise a lot, so I got to keep myself. Like I said, God bless me to live to see 65 years old, and a lot of people don't believe I'm that age. But I say, hey, it's all about you taking care of yourself. I don't smoke. Nobody in my family smoke, drink, or hang out, or we just down the old country boys. That my father was a minister. Matter of fact, he was one of the original Keynotes lead singer, and my mother was a loving, caring missionary. So we were brought up the right way.
Awesome. So listen, tell us about the other brothers, where they at and what they're doing, and then go in and tell a little bit about your background. I know you just mentioned your father and your mother, and your father, like you said, was one of the original Gospel Keynotes. So we can just start from there. Let's just start from the beginning.
Well, Lord, my mother, she has 8 kids. I got 4 brothers and 3 sisters. So my mother would always say, she wondered why the Lord giving her all these boys. She just had behind another boy, and she said, Lord told her in due time, you'll find out.
My God.
Come to think of it, like I said, my father was the original Keynotes. He was the lead singer. And she said one day, she says, Lord, just put it, okay, this and him is going to be a guitar player. This and him going to sing. So she said, that's why God gave me all these boys, not knowing what they was going to be.
Wow.
But, it's just amazing how things work. We've been around the Keynotes all my life. And my father, he had a guitar in his bed. And when he would leave, I would get it off under and play it. Didn't know how to play. So when he came in one day, he caught me playing the guitar. I thought I was going to get a whooping. Mm-hmm. He asked me, did I want to learn how to play it? And I told him, yes, sir. I said, I was 5 years old then. So start singing early. My other brother played, I was the drummer. My other brother played the bass and one played the lead. So it was just like, we did not know that what it was going to come about because we were so young, but we've been everywhere, all on Good Morning America, just everywhere singing the goodness of the Lord, and not knowing one day I was with the Truth. As a matter of fact, I was in Fort Lauderdale. I was with the Truth at a school. Matter of fact, it was the Keynotes, Truthettes, and I think it was another group. But anyway, after I left the Truthettes with, then I went with the Keynotes then. And Willie would call me and ask me what keys certain songs in, and I would tell him. And not knowing that I was be an official member of the Keynotes.
Wow.
And Willie would always say, sometimes you go far and near to get what you want, but what you need is right here at home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So and then he called me, he called my brother, and the rest was history then.
Wow. So how many years did you all do with the Keynotes? With Willie?
Well, my brother David started, I think, in 87. I think we were like in 89. Then after we did that, we did the Country Boy Goes Home 1 in Talley, Texas. And that album, we won a Stellar Award with that for the best professional group in 91. So it was just amazing that we've been around the keynotes all our life.
Right.
But, just being a member, and I'll tell you, it was exciting going out there with Willie.
And let me ask you, let me say this. Let me ask you this first. Who is your father? What was your father's name?
My father's name was Reverend J.D. Talley.
Reverend J.D. Talley.
Yes.
Now, what was it like traveling with the Keynotes?
Well,
what was it like just being around Willie?
Well, we was young and we were still traveling with the Keynote, but we were traveling with our family group because Reverend Talley and the Mighty Boys. We was opening up for them a lot. So I've been around Willie all my life. See, everybody didn't know Willie Neal and Paul, they used to move houses.
Wow.
They used to move houses here in Texas, and they hadn't, when they go sing out on the weekend, but they used to move houses during the day. And Willie used to work at a lumber company. And it was just fun being around the country boy. Willie would have you laughing all the time. But he'd be serious about when he hit the stage.
Yeah.
That's one thing he don't play with.
I'm sorry. And that was one thing that Jeff said, as well as Pastor Teddy. They said the same thing, as amusing how it may seem, he was very serious about God and his performance on stage. And when they hit the stage, it was like a totally different ball game. Right. And, Willie just brought so much joy. And I said this on the last interview that there would never be another Willie Neal Johnson. There would never be another Teddy Cross or another Jeffrey Newberry or even no other Talley Boyz. You all are so authentic and so respected by so many and a lot of people in the industry. And I can remember as a little girl, not trying to tell my age, right? But I just remember getting up and just watching the Keynotes. We couldn't watch what it was, not Dance Fever, but oh my gosh, I said it the last time, but I can't remember now. But we couldn't watch all those shows growing up in my mom and dad's house. So they were quartet driven, like everything was quartet. So we had every last VHS tape that you all came out with, and we would just pop it in, and that's all we did all day, cleaning the house, listening to music. That was our go-to. So I am just honored to be here sitting hearing, from the actual people that actually built this whole thing and made it come to fruition. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So listen, Claudia put in the chat, who is your favorite promoter and why?
Tell her mother, Miss Rena.
She knew that's what the answer would be.
And look, you're talking about somebody that loved to go over her house and eat. My brother David turned me on to her.
Yes. She told me. He said every time you all used to come through Virginia, you all stopped at her mom's house.
Right.
You all just ate and just had a great, great time. Yes. Right. So tell us a little bit more about the Talley Boyz and you all experience on the road. It's a lot of new groups that's coming up. So just give us an insight in what you all see has changed since then.
Well, a lot of things have changed in this new era, because if you will look and see, you got guys going in church with short pants on, with hats on their head, and they don't respect God the way they should. See, when you represent God, you represent the highest honor, and and it's to me is if you tell a young guy something, they'll turn around and tell you don't know what you're talking about. So when it comes down to that, I just shut my mouth, because they got to be disciplined when it come down to Willie would never ever have that in his group. He would always tell us, when you get, now like if we go to the show and get there, and then we ride on the bus with our short pants on, that's fine because we got to get the equipment out. But when it come down to, I want y'all dress nice and look professional. And he molded in, because me and my brother Dave, we used to compete about who gonna dress the best. and it been just like and Willie said, well, I don't know what to say about y'all brothers. Well, all my other two brothers, we all would kind of compete about who gonna dress nice, and sometime I win, sometime they win, sometime other brother wins. So, but it was all about love and fun,
Absolutely.
It was all about that.
Yeah, so that's definitely, you're absolutely right. That's one of the things that really has changed.
Right.
From even when I grew up and watching Quartet, your professionalism and your stage presence, how you dress, how you look before the audience, really mattered. And you always saw the quartet singers, they were suited, they looked really nice. Nowadays, like you said, it's very casual, it's very laid back.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much anything goes almost,
Yeah.
But I believe that if these young guys and even women too, if they just glean from you all, and that was one of the main reasons we wanted to invite a lot of the legends back on, to teach and to share what you may feel that you can't walk up to maybe one of the younger groups and say, because they feel like they know it all,
Right.
And I love one of the words you said, discipline. Let's
Right.
deal a little bit more with that word discipline, because I think that's what's necessary. A lot of times in these days, they just want to sing, but they don't want the training. They don't want the discipline.
Right.
So, what are some of the other key points that you can probably give out besides the dressing that you see has changed, and the younger and these younger groups that's coming up need to hone in a whole lot more on?
Well, majority of the young guys out there are going out there to chase women's.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of they. That's one of they. I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, it ain't nothing a man can do with 4 or 5 women's.
Right. You're
If you
absolutely right.
if you got a wife, cleave to your wife or your girlfriend or what, because a lot of time I know, because it happened to me out there.
Mm-hmm.
When I was back in the day, when you get to where you might well just tell the truth,
Absolutely.
When you get out there, you know what I'm saying, you one of the top groups, everybody's shooting at you. I don't care if they're women's coming from all angles. I mean, just shooting at you. And next thing you know, if you're not careful, they're gonna be done pull you in.
Absolutely.
If you're not strong enough to resist that. But see, the devil know exactly who to send to a man way. He sent a beautiful lady that's gonna catch your eyes, and she's gonna look good and smell good. But I found out everything shine ain't gold.
Absolutely. And you said it, you hit that one right on the nail. And you were saying how they would chase, but I from a woman's perspective, and I've been around the quartet scene for quite some time now, and I noticed it's really no chase for y'all, because they right there. And it was like, anything that you want, they gonna give it to you, because you're a keynote, or you're this group, or any type of professional group, or publicity, or however the case may be. They are there. They are right there. And you all really, really have to stay strong.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. And be God-fearing. If you got to turn away and run, they were like, nah. But yes, you have to do that type of stuff. And I'm a woman in the industry, and a lot of times when I do approach different guys in the industry, It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what else you want? You know, it's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it was like, it's the culture of it. And it's so sad to actually say that, but those are the things that actually happen. And let's go back to what you said, discipline. That word means so much. I see Miss Barbara trying to log in here, but it's not letting me add her. Miss Barbara, can you go out and come back in so you can join the conversation? Yeah, so you're right. Everything that glitters ain't gold, because I tell a lot of the men, when these women come to you, they have a plan already. So don't think you so high and mighty that you got this. We already come with a plan. And a lot of times that plan ain't clean. The motives of not
Right.
clean.
Right.
It don't mean well. So just be careful out there.
But it's not only the women. I seen some of the gospel singers chasing these women too. So it's go both ways. But
Absolutely.
my mother always told me, baby, make sure you keep your nose clean. That
Yes.
way, won't nobody. If you don't do nothing, nobody can blame nothing on you.
Absolutely.
She said,
Absolutely.
always carry yourself as a respectable, professional, God-fearing man. And that
Absolutely.
always planted in my head too. Always.
That's awesome. And I'm so glad that you actually brought that up, because that was one of the things that we have not discussed on this platform, bringing the quartet singers on, but it is something that needs to be addressed, and it does happen. It actually does happen. So let's talk about your upcoming events or your projects that you all got coming up. What y'all doing with that?
Well, all I can tell you is that we have to go back in the studio and then finish a couple of songs. We wanted to make sure when it come out, it's ready. And we got a song on there that says, Swing Down Sweet Cherry. And it's an old keynote song, but what we did, we put a little pep to it.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you. And my brother David writes a lot of songs.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, he wrote that song on our last project we did, One Call, That's All.
One call.
And one call, that's all. And Tyler cut of the album that we got the picture on is Lord, You Did It. But what happened is that David wrote the song for Willie.
Mm-hmm.
When Willie was in the hospital when he first had the stroke.
Wow.
When he first had the first stroke, but not knowing that the song would be for him. Because wow. David was in the hospital, he was out for so long, and his wife was going to church, and wasn't nobody there but him. Wow. And stayed in the hospital 4 long days. He said, we're praying to the Lord each and every day. And I tell you, and he said, Lord, you did it. You did it for me. God on this thing.
KT, I think we're losing signal on your end.
Wow.
Okay, you're back. I think we lost signal a bit.
Yeah, somebody had a phone call. I don't know why they. But he had wrote that song for Willie, and he said he never did think that the song would be for him later on. See, when man can plan things, but God can rearrange things.
Absolutely.
And see, David comes off the drum to be the lead singer for the Talley Boyz.
Wow. Yeah,
he was on the drum and came to be a tremendous lead singer for the Talley Boyz.
Awesome. So how many of the Talley Boyz are there that travel with Willie?
It's 4 total.
4. Okay, and who are they? I know it's UKT, is David,
Sheldon and Kurt. Sheldon and Kurt.
And Kurt. And Kurt. Awesome. And listen, y'all, David was supposed to be on, but he had church service, I think a revival tonight.
Yeah, he's a drummer at their church, so he had to play the drum tonight. He said he wouldn't. So I told him, that's all right, I got it. Big brother.
Yeah, you got it. You're doing it. You're doing it. So we just want to thank all of the Talley Boys for being a part, and you on KT and they're part of you, so they're part of this platform tonight. And we just thank you all so much for all that you do. So now you mentioned one call, and Claudia said that you all tore up Virginia.
Oh.
So tell us about that. She said y'all tore up Virginia with one call.
Well, it's hard to come up when you got Leandra Johnson, Zacardi Cortez, Luther Barnes, and you coming up, and also my good friends from up in Jersey. But anyway, I was like, and the Ziegler family,
Yes. I saw that the Ziegler family was on with you all as well.
Yeah, and I was like, man, what are we gonna do? Even though we sung to a lot of people, man, we're in a different crowd, but the people accepted us real well. They accepted us real well, and we was excited about it. We always glad to come in with our sister Claudia, because when she called, we running.
Yes. Yeah, so she said, man, y'all tore it up. And of course they will be waiting for you all. They love the Talley Boys. They love y'all.
We love them too.
Yeah. And now, so tell us about this live recording in Fayetteville.
I tell you, that was an exciting night that night. And the recording was so, well, I think, see, the Keynotes doesn't have a rehearsal day like everybody else. They might have a rehearsal every Thursday. We didn't have that. We very seldom rehearsal because one stayed in North Carolina, some stayed in Texas, some, and we get everybody trying to go back home.
Right.
So we might have had 2 rehearsals that night before the live recording. And so we do rehearsal. We'll just be on the bus, and Willie might say, I got a song, y'all come up here, I'm gonna run over this song. And we'll put it, and then we'll get there, we'll run over it. Then he'll hit it that night to see how people like it. But anyhow, that night was so, they had 400 people outside. They couldn't let in.
400 people?
They had 400 people outside. They couldn't let in. If you look at the video, they all side the wall, up at the top, but the fire marshal couldn't let, and people come from everywhere.
My God.
But they couldn't get in. They couldn't get in. And whether you know it or not, the big crowd came when the lady come on the stage with the pink dress.
Wait, so who was this lady?
We don't know.
Where she came from?
She come from, I think something was wrong with her mentally. And when she came on the stage, you could hear the crowd just, but I mean, the crowd just went crazy. Then this other lady came on that had the gold shoes on, but we don't know where the lady come from.
So when she got on stage, what did she do? She was shouting?
She come up, shook with her hand, was dancing with it, and went and went in the background and got her microphone and bent the time was singing up.
Wait, this is on the VHS tape, right?
It's on
Oh, wait a minute. So y'all didn't know, this was all new to y'all.
We did not know the woman. We did not know her. She came out of the audience.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
When Willie said, come on up here, when he turned around, the woman was coming up there and she was shouting with Willie a little bit. When she got through shouting with Willie, she came, got her microphone and put the mic down and started singing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Until the guy told her to come here.
Yeah. Wow. So I could have just imagined y'all have all kind of stories like that where these women, this ain't women because usually it's women that's coming up and just shaking your hand, don't want to let you go. Like how did y'all handle that? Because I know sometimes that could be quite overwhelming.
Well, it very seldom happened to us.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very seldom. That was the only time that a person that came on the stage like that without somebody getting her, because what Willie would like to say, he would never stop nobody from coming on the stage. That's why he was so loved. He wasn't like he had bodyguards and all that around him. Mm-hmm. Willie was a people person. And he was well loved by many people. So he wasn't gonna stop the woman from coming, because matter of fact, she the one really just got the crowd a roar, you know. And the people was so amazed.
No, I bet you I was like, what the heck is going on? So y'all talked about that on the bus going home, like who?
Yeah, we laughed about that the whole 2 weeks. We laughed about it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that cannot happen now. It's just so much going on. You know, people just walking up and just doing crazy things. But yeah, let me see. Hold on. Look, the chat is going. We know he was a country boy, JD Talley. Okay, I just want to kind of keep up with the chat. I was 15 years old. Okay, I think I asked everything, right, Claudia? I think I asked everything in the chat pretty much. So if you all want to ask a question to KT Kenneth Talley, please feel free. I met KT back in the 80s when he was playing guitar for the Truthettes. This is Herb Mack. He's always been humble and down to earth, and he loved to laugh.
Yeah, Herb Mack, yes, Lord. We ate over his mom in them house plenty of times.
That's what Herb told me. Me the same thing, that you all ate at his house, but you all are big on, especially Willie with the keynotes, you know, getting these up and coming groups and taking them on the road. And I know that was one of those groups that you all took on the road with you all, and it just, you know, people loved them. Them, and now, you know, we interviewed Tutu as well. You know, like, look, you are legendary. People have been wondering where you were. They want more of Tutu and the Truthettes. So you are, I mean, you paved the way for so many. So let's see what Claudia said. David is doing an amazing job as the lead. He was on drums for so long. I didn't know he could sing.
Yeah. David doing a good, fantastic job. Yeah.
And Claudia put, KT loves his brother David Talley.
I love all my brothers.
Wait. So David, that special one, he the real spoiled one, because it's usually always one spoiled one.
Well, me and David does most of the booking for the group, so matter of fact, I talked to him earlier today, and like I say, he told me he couldn't make the interview. I told him Big Brother got it. But you know, I don't care how many brothers and sisters, it's always one that you kind of cling to. Right. You know, more than the other. You know, because both of us, David had neck surgery, I had neck surgery, so he had back surgery, I had back surgery. So it's just like, and we would call and give each other encouraging words about, you know. So it's just, I got a lovely family, sisters and brothers. You know, when we lost our mother in 2014, you know, we was always close. My mama, I'm the second oldest. My brother Sheldon is the oldest. And my mama would always tell me that whenever something she wanted done, she would always call me, because she know that I'm going to take care of business. I'm a leader, not a follower. Right. So, and that kind of hung with me. And I said, now, I wonder why she always called me all the time. She got 7 more kids. Because when she called me, she know it's going to be done. Right.
Yeah, so I guess it, you know, I have I'm a mother that have several children.
Right.
I'm saying several like it's about 10 of them, but it's only 4.
That's all right.
Yeah, but you know each other's their strengths, you know their weaknesses, and you know pretty much who to throw the ball to make the play. Right. And depending upon what game you're playing, who would make those plays and and do what they're supposed to do. So I do agree. I don't have no favorites, but
but
and the kids tell it, they would say yes, I do.
But I'm gonna tell you this here. You might not believe me when I tell you this. I got 28 grandkids and 7 great grand.
What?
Yes.
Wait, so how many children do you have?
6. All of them grown. I got one daughter. Got 9 boys and 1 girl.
My gosh. Wow. Listen, congratulations.
But you know what? The good Lord allowed me to see every last one of them.
That's why I said congratulations.
I'm here to see every last one of them.
And I love to hear about boys because, you know, they're going to be fathers of many nations. You know, I love that. And your seed is going to carry on for so many generations. So that's something to definitely be proud of. And I'm real big on legacy and teaching the next generation. Are any of them singing and playing music?
That's what I'm finna tell you, Don. Coming up, now one of my boys wanted to do I got one son, he teaches basketball, you know, and 4 or 5 of them went to college. I'm talking about my grandkids, and it's just, you know, they're doing their own. They call the shots on all. They call the shots on all the kids. I just said, I had to tell them one, dang, when y'all gonna stop? But you know, I love every last one of them. They call and check on me. A lot of times I don't bother them. I let them live their life, you know. And Dad is him if y'all need me.
That's other than that, you know. How old is your oldest? My
oldest is 46. Well, I started early when I was in school. I graduated in 77. So
wow, I was born in 77.
My oldest one was born in 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, and 83.
Mighty God.
But I got them out of the way early.
But look, that's a good thing because I got mine out the way early too. So yeah, but I only have 2.5 grands. So
right.
2 already here, 1 on the way.
I seen that. Congratulations. Look, you know what I tell them? Do not call me for Christmas. Call your parents.
Yes. So I'm excited about that. It's just a beautiful thing when you can see, you know, the fruit of your labor and you can see them develop and grow. My baby is 21 and the oldest is 32. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And how old is your oldest grand? Yeah,
oldest grand is 28.
Good. Congratulations. Now, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about the keynotes? Anything we should know? Now, listen, can you also tell us something that many may not know about Willie?
Woo! I think it's just about self-explanatory about the country boy. That's what you see is what you get. Well, one thing I can say is that Willie have allowed us to go overseas, Bahamas, Switzerland, Italy, and just everywhere, and just let us just see a part of the country that we have never seen before in our life. There are some people here hadn't even been to Dallas, you know, just but by me starting at an early age, you know, it just and I'm not a type of person that just because me and my brother won a Stellar Award, I'm so much better than the next person. What you see about me is what you get when I'm out there on the road. I like to have fun and laugh and joke. I'm a people person. Right. That's what I am. I'm a people person. I always believe in treating people right. You know, because you don't never know who you're going to need before you leave this earth.
Absolutely. And we're all going to need somebody.
Somebody. See, we didn't get where we were being selfish. And I tried to whatever I learned out here, I try to relate down to the next person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have Mr. Joe Riley of AM 1490 WMBM, the Quartet Corner, that just joined in, Mr. KT.
Hello, Brother Joe. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Y'all got to apologize. I got to apologize to y'all. I was running out there in the streets trying to get home and get on this live. Listen, I didn't want to miss this for nothing.
But you know, they always said, be better late than never.
Yes.
Gosh, I know I missed a lot.
Well, we've been chatting it up, so you can watch the replay. But we were asking everybody who's on and listening if they had any questions. KT was just sharing with us, about Willie and the opportunity that they had to travel with Willie, not only in the States but international.
Right.
But what I was going to ask KT, what was the difference between you all being international, singing international to that crowd compared to singing within the States? Were you all received differently?
Oh no, you know what? When we going internationally, they love singing over there. See, they dance to the music.
Right.
They really don't know what you're saying, but they speak English. They just be singing, dancing to the music, and it's a lot different because now, like if it's 8 o'clock over here, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so we're singing at nighttime.
Wow.
And it was totally different because we had an itinerary. Like if we go on the stage at 8 o'clock at night, which would be cold. We leave there, we go to the restaurant, we eat, and they'll feed you 5 appetizers before they give you the main dish. And the main dish over there was lamb. Wow. Man, it was just so.
I think he's having some issues, but the chat is blowing up. It said we're thinking just like liking this interview. They liking the interview. Some things are unforgettable, and he's just sharing these unforgettable moments with us about their experience with Willie and traveling, and just the things that they learned. And he was sharing how his parents laid the foundation, right. How they taught them the right way. So they had a sense of discipline when they even went out there on the road. And Mr. Riley, we talked about these quartet guys chasing the women and the women chasing. Yeah, that was one of those disciplinary things that he was saying, that you have to be disciplined because these are the things that happen out on the roadway. Let me add them back in. All right, KT, you're back.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Forgive me.
Okay.
That's okay. He was giving us the update of what
I was just trying to update Mr. Riley on what we have discussed so far.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Before I even heard of the Talley Boyz, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Greg, our program director, had brought me in the studio, and he said, "Listen to this." And he said, I think we walk around heaven,
right?
And I said, "Oh man, that's the Keynotes." And he said, "No, that's the Talley Boyz." I said, "The Talley Boyz." Now, my question to you is that you guys sound so close to Willie in the Keynotes, Paul, the whole 9 yards. How did you all separate yourselves when you was on the road like that?
Well, see, a lot of people didn't know we were Paul's group after he left the Mighty Clouds.
Oh, okay.
And the other guy that sang and walked around heaven is Paul's cousin. His name is Michael Jackson.
No kidding.
And he's from the Real Louisiana. And so after Willie came and got the new Keynotes, I think Robert had got sick one time with his voice. And so Willie asked us, I got to find me a tenor singer and tell Robert get his voice back. So we said, we got to write somebody for you, Willie. So we bought him out, and we was in Waterloo Hours on a Friday night. I'll never forget it. So Willie got up and said, y'all, my tenor saying Robert Williams wouldn't be able to make it. So one man said, oh man, we hate that. He said, but I got a young man, I want y'all to hear him. He said, if you like him, I want y'all to give him a hand. If you don't like him, he said, don't y'all scare him. When he did, we had a song that said, Lord, move in this place. And it caused a lot of the falsetto parts. And when they got through, the man stood up and said, leave Robert at home. And Willie said, oh my God. Willie said, oh my God, what we gonna do now? I said, we're gonna keep both of them. So everybody say that, you know, when you have the keynotes music and mentality in your heart, it's hard to get rid of. But see, because everybody can't sing and play the keynote style. It's an unusual style.
Exactly.
It is.
It's an unusual style. If you can't play it, you just be up there. But it's a certain style and sound that Willie loved. And trust me, he know when he don't hear it.
Right. That's why they had Val around for a long time.
Right. And see, the thing about it though, I hung around Val a lot. That's why I could duplicate what he played.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I used to hang around Val because Val had got sick one time, and I had back surgery. So they had called and said, man, we need you to come out with us because Val can't make it. I said, I can't make it because I had back surgery. That's the only thing that separate me and Val, because he's the originator.
Right.
And see, all I'm doing is just keeping his music alive and still creating the sound that he taught me.
Right.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I have a question in the chat. They want you to tell us a little bit more about the relationship with your father and Willie Neal Johnson working together.
Well, you know, my father, like I said, back then, when the keynotes were coming up, they had 5 or 6 guys. All of them played instruments. Now, when Willie sang, the other get the bass. And when the other man sang, Willie grabbed the bass. They didn't have no one guitar player and one bass player. All of them changed when they sang. So my daddy was like the cleanup man. He was like the hard gospel singer. You know, he was hard. Ralph McGee would come out, and then Willie would come out. Then my dad would like take him to the house.
Wow.
So he was like, but the relationship with my father and Willie was good until they spread it out.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy went his way, and Willie kept the keynotes going.
Uh-huh.
Now my daddy sung with Robert Bland and Valinaires too.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is some good history. And I didn't know that Willie played.
Yeah, Willie played bass. Paul played bass. Yeah, Paul played bass. My daddy played bass and lead. Yeah.
What
I
knew
Teddy played the bass.
Yes, I know Teddy played.
But I never seen.
Yeah, see, that was way back in the 60s.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
Yeah. See, when they first come out, see, they didn't have no one guitar player and one bass player that played the whole. Everybody swap up.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. All right. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Now let me see. Now, you know, Barbara McLaughlin, let me say this. She was Willie Neal Johnson's best friend. She said she was the only female that spoke at Willie Neal's funeral.
Listen, let me tell you something. Miss Barbara McLaughlin, she is the one down to earth lady. This woman had us. Matter of fact, when she called me, I told her, I remember she had us at Ohio State University, us and Dr. McKenzie singing. And one thing I like about her is whatever she tell you she gonna do, she gonna do it.
Yes.
That's her. And you know, the Talley Boyz love her to death. She's one of a kind. See, you don't find too many friends like that that's humble and true to what they do. But when you got a name out here, you want to keep your name. You know, you don't want nobody saying, want nobody saying nothing bad about them. But if you put yourself in that, position to be talked about, then what can you say?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it was just like you said, your mother told you, keep your nose clean.
Right. I remember when Willie died, and everybody loved you when Willie died.
Right.
Some of the same people that come into your program, oh, we love y'all to keynote. When Willie passed, it seemed like they turned their back on us because we didn't have anything to do with Willie death. That was God doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they were like, well, y'all need to go home. Y'all don't sound good. But it almost planted in our head.
Mm-hmm.
But my mama said, baby, don't y'all give up. That's what the devil wants y'all to. And ever since then, we put out 3 CDs since Willie passed.
Come on.
3 CDs. We got one our first we did with it called The Legend Dream Live. It was the first one we did after Willie passed. Teddy Cross is on there. Matter of fact, we was on his label, Mega Faith. Mm-hmm. He the only one that gave us a chance, that didn't give up on us. Then after that, we did Lord, You Did It, and then Home. And the rest is history.
Wow. Yeah,
see, when God got something for you, can't nobody stop you.
Right, absolutely.
That's right.
When God before you, it doesn't matter who try to come against you. It's going to continue to move. It's going to continue to grow and to flourish and to blossom. And that's what you all have been doing. Definitely.
I can tell y'all a lot of groups that turned their backs on the Talley Boyz, but that to me, that's water under the bridge.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't dare criticize some of my so-called friends. Man, we're going to help y'all. Don't worry about nothing. Don't. And we go to the program with them, man, don't give them all their money. They ain't doing nothing. They mistreat us.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I'm talking about mistreat us. It's people's now owe me money right now, and they'll tell me, hey, man, when you get home, man, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. You call the next day, they done
answer your call.
Block you.
See the voicemail.
Yeah, they'll block you. And then one day you're gonna see them, and then they'll say, hey man, I ain't forgot about you. I have, God bless you.
Right.
But it didn't stop us from singing. Because like I said, when God got something for you, see, when you do good always present.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always present.
And you reap what you sow. So if you've been reaping good and if you've been sowing good and doing good, that's the harvest that you're going to get back.
But you know why the Talley Boyz are doing real good?
Why is that?
We in church, we pay our tithes, we give God some time.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's one of the main things that I think a lot of groups lack today.
Right.
They sing about God, they sing about Jesus Christ, but do they really believe and put their time in and believe actually what they're singing about? And it's just, this is not a hobby. This is a ministry that God has given you to bless so many people.
At one setting.
Yeah, prayer and attending your services. And Mr. Riley, you could attest to that. He is very big. He is very big on, groups being a part of a ministry, a part of a church.
Right. And see, I'm what they call holy roly. I'm Church of God in Christ. I'm Pentecostal.
You act like it.
I've been brought up in the Church of God in Christ all my life. They say we beat on pots and pans, and we don't know what time church gonna be out. But one thing about it, though, you can't quench the spirit.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't turn the spirit on and off, you know. And some, I have seen someone have a clock back there where they want their preacher to be through at 12:20.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't stay there all day. We stay there until we know what we started at 11. You know, we used to go to, but since the pandemic, we'd be out by 12:30, but it don't take all day for you to do what you gotta do.
But listen, back then it seemed like it did, because I grew up in a old Pentecostal church, Holiness Church, and we stayed there must be 5 hours.
But you know what? But you know what? They don't have church like that no more.
They don't.
No. You know, if you come to church with a short skirt on, those sisters gonna get you, and they gonna make sure you put a cloth over your dress.
Absolutely.
Right.
My mom never been believing all the sleeves out and all that. And when you came to Holiness Church, you better have some stockings on.
Absolutely.
Kenny, I gotta say this because it's so funny and it's so true when you were saying that.
It's so true.
Because I grew up in the Church of God in Christ too when I was a little boy. And one of the departing songs, and I played my closing song every Sunday. How long? And that was Till We Meet Again.
Yeah.
And Willie Neal Johnson singing that song, Till We Meet Again.
Yeah.
That's why I was here I play that song because it reminds me in that part of that song. It said this song, I like this song because it reminds me when I was a little boy.
Right.
It reminds me because I remember when I was in the Church of God in Christ, you start at 7 o'clock, it'd be 4 days in the morning. They even had a place in the back.
But you know what?
They were sleepy.
But you know, everybody enjoyed it.
Yes.
But you know, I don't know what it was, but this past Saturday, it was a song that's hung him. I couldn't get this song out of my mind for nothing. You know what the name of that song was?
What's that?
In the morning when I rise. In the morning when I rise. In the morning.
I can hear the tambourine right now.
Yes.
Well, and see, me and my brother I played the guitar, he played the bass, and I want to rise holy when I ride. But I tell you that song, I say, y'all.
Hey, I remember that washboard.
Listen.
Yes, I said, look. I told him, I said, look, because see, I had prostate cancer back last year.
Wow.
And the doctor, you know how they do the biopsy. I don't know nothing about no biopsy and all that stuff, man. I'm scared. But anyway, so when the test come back, they found a little old bitty spot on one side and a little one on the other side. So the doctor said, well, we don't have to do nothing to it. He said, it's up to you. I said, what is my option? He said, we can do radiation, give you 5 treatments. I said, okay, well, let's do that. So we did the 5 treatments. Now I had colonoscopy last week. Mm-hmm. When the doctor come back with the results, he told me, he said, I don't see no polyp, I don't see no cancer, I don't see nothing. He said, and I was just saying,
come on, God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
That's right.
See, we at that age now till I advise all men to go get checked.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You were so right about that. Because when I had my first one and they found 2.
Right.
Thank God they found them and they removed them. And so I go every 5 years. And when I realized that it wasn't as bad as people say,
right.
All the men, you got to do it.
Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing worse than a man come tell you got 2 months to live.
Come on.
You know, that would break you down. Your mind is gone because you just count the days. But everybody don't know all sickness ain't unto death.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your wellness hour, you sick enough to die. So when they told me that, when that doctor, I said, well, hey, look, everything's in God's hand. I said, I can't do nothing. And everything. And when that doctor come back and said, I don't see no cancer, no way. He said, I don't want to see you in 10 years.
That's right.
Come on.
I said, right. Look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Let me tell you, he's still in the healing business.
That's
Look,
right.
they're saying good interview. I love it. My church is first priority as well. This is my sis. This is Rhonda McFadden from South Carolina.
Oh,
That is a swinging sister, KT. He's still in church. And she said they still have church like that.
What I'm talking about. We still have it too.
Good.
Hey,
Yeah,
Desiree.
times have changed. You're absolutely right, Rhonda.
Right.
Hey, Desiree, I'm still stuck on the washboard.
Yeah,
The
listen.
scrub board. That's what they call that scrub board.
Scrub board.
That's why I love the tambourine so much. Because let me tell you, I was trained to play the tambourine as a little girl in that holy church. And I play that tambourine today. And they be laughing, but I don't care. I'm going to play my tambourine.
My friend of mine used to say, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So whatever,
I know how to rub the scrub board, all of that.
Yeah, whatever God gives you. See, everybody got a gift. See, my gift may not be like y'all. Y'all gift may not be like mine. But God bless some people with more talent than he do the other.
Absolutely.
So, and I'm a type of person, I don't like to lead sing. I sing background and play the guitar. But if you try to get me out there and sing something, no, let them other guys do it.
Listen, Rhonda said hardwood floors give the best foot bass sound. Rhonda.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Never lie. Because the church I grew up in, they still have their wood floors.
And I tell you,
but you know what?
We clapping it and we stumping.
But you know what?
It's not good for the knees, though.
Yeah, but you know what? The best church that you can have when the roof is lopsided and the door ain't
I'm telling you,
and the woman ain't straight. Yeah, the woman ain't straight and the door won't close all the way. Now there's some Holy Ghost church right there now.
Listen, you know you in the right place. We used to drive up in the parking lot, get out the car, and you can hear the music and the people. The praises of the saints was just going on.
That's right.
But see, I have a cousin. Y'all might have seen her before. Her name is Ruby Holland. She's a young preacher. She used to like Miss Joyce Timmer. But anyhow, y'all need to check her out.
I'm gonna check her out. Ruby Holland.
HOLLAND.
And she's on social media.
Yeah, Facebook and all. She be preaching for Jakes and all of them. Bishop Paul Morton. I mean, powerful.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Ruby Holland.
Y'all, let's all go follow Ruby Holland. Ruby
HOLLAND. I'm telling you.
Awesome. This has been great. KT, thank you so much. Every time we talk, we've been having a good time. Mr. Riley, he was on the live today and we was talking about, do sugar go on grits? And KT had a nerve to come on there and say it does. He likes sugar.
You're not country if you don't have sugar on your grits.
No, they ain't country, KT.
No.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
But you know what? But you know what? I'm from the country. I don't eat no squash. I don't eat no relish.
Please tell me you eat collard greens.
Collard green, cabbage.
Okay.
Pinto bean, corn, all that. I don't eat no possum, no raccoon, no turtle, no squirrel, none of that.
No, that's game. That's game food. So I'm with you on that.
Well, I'm just saying, give me some fried chicken, some pork chops, and let me go.
I'm with you. But you just lost me on the grits and sugar. I thought we was friends. Yeah. I thought we was friends, but Rhonda said that's savage eating.
That's all right. It's good eating. It's good eating.
Listen, everybody, I know we've been on here for an hour already. Claudia, please don't kill me if I didn't get to everything. Oh my gosh. They said awesome and fulfilling interview. Listen, KT, just let everybody know how they can stay in contact with you, the Talley Boyz, and what you all are doing. Give us y'all booking information. Y'all still taking bookings, right?
We're still taking. As a matter of fact, if some people can call Miss Claudia.
Okay.
And if anybody want to get a hold to me, they can call me at area code 903-353-1542. And that's for Brother KT Talley. For again, the area code 903-353-1542. Oh, yeah, and also I would like to say, this Friday night coming up, we're doing an old school concert in Montgomery, Alabama. You got the keynote, which will be me, Jeff, Teddy, the Talley Boyz, all us combined in the group. You got the violinaire.
Oh, wow.
You got the Pilgrim Jubilees. You got Willie Banks' Message, and you got the Mighty Clouds of Joy. And I tell you what, they're gonna miss a treat if they don't be there.
I believe that.
You guys are going on tour then.
Look, that's what I told them. I said, y'all need to bring that to South Florida.
Like I told you, what's his name is the one that's doing it.
Yeah, Mr. Glenn Stevens.
Glenn Stevens.
Yeah.
So this is the first one. So we're gonna see how this go. Then wait, I tell you, last time we all together, we was in Fort Valley, Georgia, and we had with Luther Barnes, Luther Barnes, Little Roy and Revelation, Veronica, then who else we have? Michael Boom and but anyway, it was so exciting.
Yes.
And everybody hadn't seen us together in a long time with me, Robert, Teddy, Jeff, and Talley Boyz.
Awesome.
Man, it was exciting. So we're doing it again Friday, Mother's Day Friday. So
Wow.
we're excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know who's on here? Tony Shelley. Promoter
Tony Shelley. Yeah, he the one that had Tony was the one. He the one had the program.
Yes. He said KT is one of a kind. Charles Green, Snake. You know Snake?
Snake.
That's my
way back.
That is my friend.
Matter of fact, Tony Shelley was the one that had the program.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so he said, "What's up, everybody? The Talley Boyz." That's from Snake.
Yeah.
He knows much love, Snake.
Yes, that is my friend.
Yeah.
But listen, we thank you so much, Mr. Riley. You have anything else you would like to add? Any questions? Anything you would like to say before we head out?
Yes. I'd like to thank Barbara. She's been so instrumental in directing us with all the old timers.
Right.
And we really appreciate her. And I tell you, I'm so happy. I was looking forward to the interview with you. But I'm here, and I tell you, you guys keep it going, because I really, really, really believe and love in that tradition of gospel quartets. You know,
absolutely.
The way the presentation.
Right.
The younger quartetters, their dress code is different. It's too far out there, and you guys keeping it real and keeping it tight.
I can tell you that we touched on that.
We touched on it. Definitely, most definitely. Wearing hats and everything and shades and just short pants.
Yeah, they boy clothes and baby Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, you right on it, because that's what we discussed earlier. But I want to also thank the Masseys, Claudia Massey, Mr. James Massey. They holding it down in the chat. Thank you all so very much. Mr. James Massey, thank you for pinning KT's phone number, booking information in there for us. We just appreciate you all, because we could not have done this without Miss Barbara, the Masseys, all of you. You too, KT. Thank you so very much for taking our time. It has just been a pleasure hanging with you, talking to you.
Yes, much love to y'all.
Absolutely. And I just wish you all Godspeed. You are doing a phenomenal job, and I know Willie is looking down from heaven, just so happy for you all continuing the legacy of of the Gospel Keynotes. I tell you.
Right.
So thank you so very much. We want to thank everybody in the chat. Listen, if I didn't get to you, thank you, Claudia. She said, we love you, Desiree Hall. You're phenomenal. Thank you so very much. If I did not get to you, please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. And I just want to thank you all. Sunsaray, thank you so much for being on the chat. Rhonda, thank you. Claudia, James, all of you, thank you so very much. I hope I didn't. Herb, thank you so much for being part and starting this big, massive debate about grits and sugar and all this today. Thank y'all so very much. Mr. Riley, you know how we are. We appreciate it. We have a birthday that's coming up and we're getting ready to celebrate. So we want to invite all of you. Stay tuned to our virtual birthday party because Mr. Riley and I, we both were born on May 13th. And MJ, that's who you saw me with when we was going to CC Winans, and that's my other cohort. His birthday is May 14th. So all of us are right together. So we want to tell y'all that, just stay tuned. And we want you all to be a part of the virtual birthday party. Make
sure you send me a link to it.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We did it last year and it was great. And we want it bigger and better this year. So most of our friends are all out of state.
That's right.
My husband's like, how do you get with these people all out of the state? I don't know, but that's my life. So we would love for all of you to be a part of our virtual birthday party as we celebrate. I'll be celebrating 47 years.
I'll be celebrating 69.
69 years.
Well, I'm trying to catch up with you there, Brother Riley. I'm 65, so I'm trying to catch up with you.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Life is beautiful.
Yes, life is beautiful. And, let's enjoy every moment that God has given us upon this earth. Don't sweat the small stuff.
That's right.
Know when to let things go and just enjoy the life and the people that God has given you that are genuine. A lot of times we take too much time focusing on the people that are talking about us, that that's probably backstabbing, and then forget about the ones that's really loving on you and really care about you. So let us shift our focus in that magnitude and enjoy the ones that the genuine people that God has placed in our lives. And let us love on them and celebrate them as they celebrate us.
Who's singing that song? Who's singing that song? Give me a clean heart.
Yes.
Give me a clean heart. Paul Beasley.
You got that right, buddy. You a true
keynote. Yeah, Paul Beasley.
And that's
give me a clean heart.
I want a clean heart.
Yeah. Clean heart. Keynotes.
Hey, Lady Des, I ain't gonna hold you. We'll go all night. I came in late, so I ain't gonna try to keep y'all late.
No, listen, I heard the dog barking. I'm like, oh Lord, somebody was coming in the door. But yes, I thank you all so much once again. And our time is running. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes, but it was good, and I appreciate it. And it's so good to see you, KT, tell David, Sheldon, and Kurt, all of them, thank you so very much. We appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Barbara, and good night. If there's nothing else, you want to say anything else, KT?
No, I appreciate y'all. Love you guys. And don't forget to send me that link to the birthday.
Absolutely. We will do that. We will.
Y'all pray for us. Y'all pray for us, and we pray for y'all and watch God move.
Amen.
Come on now. Come on. You trying to start up all over again, but we got to get out of here. That's that Church of God in Christ in them.
That's it. That's it.
All right, everybody. Good night. We love you, and thank you for tuning in to Real Love Ministries Live with Lady Des.
Bye-bye.
Good night.